Oh man, all this COVID is making it really hard to play D&D. I wonder where I'm actually gonna have a good place to start. So here we are at Tower of Games tryout.
Hi guys! So, long story short, due to some technical difficulties, we are doing this documentary style at Tower of Games for tackling Dungeons and Dragons, the RPG or role-playing game of basically the modern day. So I got some topics here to cover, and I wonder who is that other goblin in our little D&D section? Let us discover. Who is there? Oh, I see it. I see it.
Did you just call me a goblin?
What's up, Tyler? How you been?
I'm alright, man. How are you?
I am actually here to recruit you for tackling Dungeons and Dragons. No, I'm just going to put this away. For tackling Dungeons and Dragons. And so to describe fully of what is going to be happening today, we are in our D&D section here at Tower of Games on Indian River Road. We're going to be discussing some of the beginner's tools and what you can generally expect from some of your first games playing Dungeons and Dragons. And so Tyler, would you mind to join me in this endeavor?
Of course.
Of course. So you have just started a D&D campaign recently, right?
True, I am playing an Aasimar Paladin, which is why I'm looking for a female Aasimar Paladin model. It looks like we only have men right now. But
well,
that's okay. I could just cut my hair in the campaign.
Speaking of, the beard is gone. That's okay. So what all do you have to actually get started on this campaign? So you have like your miniature that's all of this. You have your miniature, you have the options of both Nolzur's minis and Bones minis. They're primed, ready to paint right out of the box, but you haven't really gotten too much into painting yet. But what all do you really need to get moving?
Well, that's actually what I'm here to get. I would like to get myself a nice Aasimar model. I was thinking about picking up maybe some tokens just to actually help track my character status, like paralyzation, frightened. I don't know what the actual status effect is called.
Frightened.
I could always get some spell books for Paladin.
But do you know how to play the game? You're missing step one.
That's
you know how to
the
play
issue.
the game.
No, I'm still learning.
Okay, so that being said, if you're looking to actually get started in Dungeons and Dragons, the best place to start is what is called the PHB, or the Player's Handbook. The entire book is literally just, what is Dungeons and Dragons? What do, how do?
Okay.
Like, from the beginning of the book is actually like, how do you construct a character? I think it's Brunin is what they named him. Brunin, one of the two.
Doesn't matter.
They made a dwarf fighter, and they are literally taking you through the process of actually building the character on the first couple pages, and then it also, excuse me, English.
Yeah, it covers the races, classes, personality and backgrounds. It goes through your equipment, and then it actually teaches you the mechanics of the game too.
Yeah, like ability scores, what modifiers go where, what's a proficiency bonus. I still have trouble with that.
This would definitely be a good thing to pick up.
It would absolutely be a good thing to pick up. But if someone is on a little bit of a shorter budget, it's not too much of a concern, because when you actually pick up the game, usually other players around the table will have enough information or knowledge about getting started to actually help guide you through the beginning steps until you're a little bit more experienced. And then the DM is pretty much what's holding it together for the beginning sessions, and then the party will be able to actually grow in the world and then actually help guide the campaign a certain direction. But this episode is for the beginners. So that being said, there is
That's me. I'm the beginner.
That is indeed him. And I wonder what Dungeons and Dragons or Wizards of the Coast could possibly have for starters.
I'm gonna guess a player's handbook, a monster manual,
maybe
a campaign.
Yes, or a starter set.
Oh, I see. I thought it was like this right here, where it's actually the books, and it's a Dungeon Master Guide, monster manual, and player's handbook. My bad.
You're good. But yeah, it also has a DM screen in there, so that's basically like the game in a box is when you're getting that. But if you're just starting out, this will pretty much cover your most basic supplies. Because the minis are ultimately optional, because they are ultimately just stand-ins for the rest of the game, and it's not really too picky, I guess, one way or another. Because if you have other models or other stand-ins on hand, you can easily use those for the campaign. But the main thing you will need is some kind of character sheet and a 7 set. The 7 set referring to the D6, D4, D10, D12, D20.
So it actually comes with the...
Yeah, it comes with a dice set in there.
That's cool.
Yep, and then that is the starter set. And then as far as the rest of the books are primarily add-ons for the rest of the campaigns.
Like Tasha's Cauldron?
Yep, Tasha's Cauldron comes out. The Monster Manual is pretty much for actually building the nitpicky parts of the world. for like, what does a Knoll do? Why are Mind Flayers scary? Why is a Beholder the token creature for D&D? Or why is the dragon so terrifying? Dragons are friendly, right? No. And then there's the few times where Wizards of the Coast is actually like, you know what? I want to release something even cooler. So cool. Because it's a coffin. This is a extension to the campaign of Curse of Strahd that was pretty much released at Halloween. And the whole thing is designed to invite and actually run a full game of Curse of Strahd, complete with postcards for your invitations. I love it. It's so cool. But even for the miniatures, so we talked about a few of the races, and like, what else is here? Because we had minis for characters, but then there's all these classes,
Yeah, we have different classes. We have nice selection of monsters going from elementals to whatever these are. Man.
Coral Helm Commander and Halimar. Wait, those are
the
Magic
characters.
characters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, those are Magic characters.
That's why. Then we have some dragons down here, which is really cool.
We have too many dragons.
We have minis for terrain. We have statues. We have actual keg barrels for pubs. So we have a lot of options.
Yeah, to describe for the miniatures, what I mean by already primed is that these are ready to paint out of the box. And so if you were able to join us on our painting streams, you'll note that the star screen that Tyler was painting on that stream is actually a Nolzur's product, or a Whiskets product, and it already comes out of the box pre-primed. And so Tyler was just able to crack it directly out of the box and start painting at that moment.
They're super convenient because he usually will paint something for 40K, but as someone who doesn't have primed 40K models, I can just grab something small, paint it real quick, have a nice calm night. So
just have a chill night.
Always convenient.
Absolutely. But yeah, that's for the miniatures and some of the books. But as far as the painting kits, let's go this way. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. And then there are painting kits available for actually getting started in painting. So I've actually had a few customers come in, not today, but actually yesterday, and they were asking about what are decent starter locations for painting. Like, every brand, every tabletop game of some kind that comes with unpainted miniatures will generally have a paint starter kit. And those kits will come with paints and a brush.
And we have a bunch.
We have a bunch, because right there on the shelf, you see the Army Painter shelf that I was referring to when we were in the painting video. This whole shelf right here is for the Citadel lineup that is usually used for 40K. And then Vallejo. This whole shelf is Vallejo. And so when you actually get your miniatures, you get your PHB, and you get everything else, then you're able to start actually crafting before your first session or session 1, and then you just have everything prepped and ready to go. But there's also the question of if you don't really have too many players nearby who are too experienced with Dungeons & Dragons. Like, you have a few friends who are interested, but you may not have the legendary Dungeon Master or the legendary DM. Not everybody has access to the wonderful Chris Todd, but we do have a board game that is pretty much D&D in a box. It's so weird. I'm still getting used to this, this format. But yeah, Castle Ravenloft is one of the board games that Wizards of the Coast has actually released that is D&D in a box. And so if myself, Tyler, and a few of our other coworkers here at the store wanted to say get a campaign running in a single night, this whole thing has characters constructed with monsters, cards, all the terrain, everything built into the box. And so you have a party, you have your few pre-made characters, and then as you discover the dungeon and you're actually moving forward, more of the dungeon gets revealed, and then you have to use the characters to actually progress and get farther down. And so you can explore ultimately any aspect of it, because each of the characters has a name and a decent personality with it. And so as you're exploring the game, you can actually be like, I wonder how this guy would behave. You there, good sir. How do you do this thing? Well, you push the button, see? Oh, of course. And there you go. Role-playing 101. Find a thing and stick to it. And did we explore dice?
No, we did not.
Would we like to explore the dice?
Sure.
Let's explore the dice.
We have lots of dice.
Foam Brain.
From my new favorite company, Foam Brain.
Foam Brain!
So we have nice metal dice over here, which are very popular, although they're in this case, so they're kind of hard to get access to.
Yeah, they're really pretty, though.
These are fan favorites, deep sea, navy blue, gold bordered dice, which I really like personally. There are some that come in the same color scheme but amethyst, kind of like a nice burgundy. We also have others that are like kind of crystallized. We have like ones that are called Grape Jelly. You'll notice a nice glittery effect across
Grape
the dice.
Jelly?
Yes, they are called Grape Jelly. It's a nice sparkle.
Yeah, definitely a way to bedazzle the table. But if you're a beginner, it may not be a best first purchase. But if nothing else, you're looking to add on to your collection, it literally looks like it came out of a jewelry store.
Yeah. But for more like, people who are actually just trying to grab some dice to start their campaign, we have more affordable, cooler dice.
Yep.
By Foam Brain. These ones actually have things inside of them. Some of them have strawberries. This one actually doesn't have anything, just like foil pieces in it. Some of them have seashells. Some of them have pearls. It's really, really cool. And then we have even cheaper options down here from Chessex, which is a very affordable dice brand, which actually have some nice, cool designs themselves.
Those are frosted,
dice.
right?
Yeah.
Don't those have like a texture on them?
Yep, these have a nice frosted look, and they have kind of like a grainy texture on them, which is pretty nice. Some people like that. They're probably some of my favorites. They have ones that are multicolored. They have speckled ones. And all of these are $10 or under. Some of them go as low as $4.
Yeah. Wait, how could you forget the Llama Dice?
The Llama Dice? So your
the
favorite.
Llama Dice!
Your favorite.
The Llama Dice. Little known fact, I used to actually be a part of 4-H, which is kind of like Boy Scouts, but not. And I went to an alpaca farm. Granted, they're not
alpaca
llamas.
farm?
Yeah, an alpaca farm. That was one of the things we do. We went to an alpaca farm, and now I just see that look every time I look at this box. I just see the memory of 10 years ago. It's like, oh, God.
Do we have the candy dice? We have some dice that have actual real pieces of candy inside of them.
Yeah.
And although we don't have them in stock right now, you could special order them.
Yep.
That way, if you get an apocalypse and you run out of food, you can just smash open those dice and snack away.
I don't think that's what you do with candy dice.
In case of an emergency.
In case of a horrible emergency. But
We
with
also
that...
have dice bags, we have dice holders.
Oh yeah, there's the accessories. Yes, I love this case. I shall show off the case. All right, so this is $60 MSRP, and it's a full dice case fit with dice tray. Now, $60 is a bit of a higher price tag, but it is pretty much a full dice kit ready to go, just like ASAP. So that's the dice tray for it. It's as big as the case. On the inside, you have a little spot for all your character sheets, pretty much to go through, and it's also got a little Velcro, so you can fit all of them in there and just latch them down. And then on the other side is actually a spot for a lot of your nicer dice. If you want to use this tray to actually hold a lot of your single dice, it'll pretty much be like just pick and choose what you want. But if you want to get a little bit more like just plain old crude space, you can lift the bottom part of it, and then you literally just have a full felt bottom, and it's like a bottomless abyss of dice, and I love it. I love it dearly. But yeah, that's about all we have in store for pretty much getting started into D&D, but there's also the question of like, where can you get some free resources for getting started in D&D? So if you had to ask the question of like, where does the value for D&D lie? My honest opinion is that the honest value for D&D lies in the community. Because Dungeons & Dragons is not a game that you can play alone. And so you'll want to find a community that works best with you and can honestly like be your adventuring party. Because you're going to be seeing these guys like once a week, maybe twice a week if you're really trying to get to that end goal. And so these are people that you'll be familiar with, and they might be some of your better friends at the end of it. And so for a free resource to actually get started into D&D and do a little bit more research, there's D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond has the character sheets on there, and it'll also do all the math for you if you don't, again, have all these resources available. And it'll also roll dice for you if you want to do that. But as far as like getting the character sheets, getting the terrain maps, terrain pieces, aren't there like little terrain cutouts too that we have?
Yeah, we do have terrain cutouts.
Yeah, like little Pathfinder terrain cutouts, there's like rocks, buildings, and whatnot. All of that is available here at Tower of Games on Indian River Road or Newport News, and we are also on at towerofgames.com. Oh, and silly me, I forgot to let you guys know about the coupon code for as a thank you to all of our viewers out there. If you use the coupon code TowerTV at checkout for any order of $25 or over, you save $5 off your purchase. And we also have free shipping on orders $50 or over. What? Tyler, where'd you go?
I'm grabbing tokens.
He's grabbing tokens.
I'm grabbing the things we were just talking about.
He's grabbing the
just
things.
so they actually have a visual representation of what they're looking for.
That would be very helpful.
Yeah, tabletop tokens. These ones are for outdoors, and these ones are for graveyards.
Spooky for when Halloween comes back around at Castle Ravenloft. I'm out of practice. Anywho, that's about all we got for this time, and all of the products featured today will be tagged in the description of this video, and it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel for tomorrow at about 3:30 p.m. So tune into our YouTube to also keep up to date to all the shenanigans we're up to here at Tower of Games, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!